Thank you again for speaking to us. Bite Bridge has obviously been top of the agenda. Has congestion eased?
Zugo, good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers. I must confirm indeed that as of 2 o'clock, we had about 20 trucks still queuing to be processed. At this point in time, I can confirm that the traffic has been eased, and it's all system going. In actual fact, we are already in a planning mode for their return, because we now know that we have processed over 70,000 vehicles crossing through the Bad Bridge going to Zimbabwe, with an average of 6,000 vehicles passing every day from the 14th up to the 25th. That is the number that we at least have now, and then we are ready that by the 3rd of January up to the 10th, they should be coming back, and we are putting every system all in order to make sure that when they come back, we don't have problems.
Now, obviously, there is the cut-offs, curfew cut-offs. Are you using these cut-offs, or do you work throughout the night?
We work throughout the night, and what we are worried now, because even yesterday, I must also speak about this thing. We've been experiencing people who would go out and visit their families and then come back very late, trying to beat up the curfew, and then end up driving recklessly. We have an accident that happened in Polokwane, just outside Polokwane, when you go to Seshego, where a Fortuna was lost control and fell into the river just next to Blood River in the Seshego area. And then unfortunately, 4 occupants of that vehicle were still missing, and then the police are still looking for them. That is an issue that we have witnessed, that we've got people still driving in the middle of the night and then driving recklessly, trying to beat up the curfew. This is a concern that we really are calling on our people, that if you know that you're going to be visiting somebody somewhere, rather you work on around your time, so that you are able to come back much earlier without you having to now start driving faster in order to try to beat up the curfew.
Very sad incident indeed. Now, how are you dealing with this situation, obviously in a bid to prevent it from happening?
Indeed, we are all over the province. We now know that the N1 is no longer an issue. We've got issues around R81, R71, R567. These are the busy roads where now people are busy in their villages. We know that people are now continuing to drink in the taverns and so forth. That is where we'll be going to have some sort of visibility around those areas in making sure that we are also encouraging our people to adhere to the curfew rules, because we are worried as a province. I'm sure you would have seen yesterday, for the last 24 hours, we have gone up to 600 cases in the last 24 hours. This is a matter of serious concern, because the spreader of this thing is normally where people are having parties, weddings, and at the beer halls. This is a concern where we'll be asking our people, if they can, please stay at home and rather enjoy yourself at your own house or at your mother's house, as the minister has indicated some time ago.
Now, one of the things that we have spotted is the blue light brigades speeding on the N1. How are authorities dealing with this? Obviously, it has an impact, I'd like to think, on the campaign to clamp down on speeding.
Well, I must say I've been inundated with calls from people that would know me, seeking favor from me when they've been caught speeding. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything to assist them, but I must say that our officers on the road, they've been very strict, particularly on the N1, with the help of the National Traffic Police, in making sure that we set up the speed limit, the cameras, but also we've got vehicles, unmarked vehicles, that normally are able to capture the movement of vehicles as it passes. Those are vehicles that are assisting us, and we have arrested many those who are speeding, because reckless driving, speeding, and negligent driving has been the cause of our accident in the province. That is why we decided to be very strict on our roads, and we will continue to do so as they return back on the 3rd and the 10th.
Matome, the Easter holidays are still a few months away, but possibly will offer us a good test. What have you done to prepare, obviously, for the next huge amount of traffic that will be coming through?
It's all systems go, and we know now that we've got an idea of how many people are in the province, and then those who normally come into our province. We are assisted by the traffic count that our Transcorp told us. We know that an average of 2,000 vehicles were coming into the province per hour from the 16th of December up to the 24th. That makes us our life much easier for us to be able to prepare ourselves, but we can't do it alone. Road safety is everyone's responsibility, but also we must say thanks to RTMC, for Minister Mbalula, for releasing the RTMC traffic officers to come and give us a hand. The South African Police Services, including municipal traffic officials, they've been very busy assisting us in routes that we cannot make it because we only have over 1,000 traffic officers in the province, and without really getting the assistance from them, we could not be, sitting here and say we're doing our best. But for the help that we've got from them, it has assisted a lot where we can reach those areas.
Now, you mentioned the tragic incident that occurred in the Blood River. Can you give us a little bit more information about those 4 occupants that are still missing?
Well, the South African Police Services will have to give a report because they are the one responsible for the search because it's happening in the river. They would have called their drivers to come and search for those people. But what we know is that Fortuna was driving it on a high speed and then failed to. It's a curve of some sort, and then the driver hit a barrier of a bridge, and then unfortunately the Fortuna fell into the river. We lost 1 life is confirmed to have been lost of a passenger, and 2 people have been confirmed to be seriously injured. While we're still searching for other 4 people, we don't know. We're not sure if whether they drowned in the river or they managed to swim out. And then, in an accident, a lot of things can happen. People might run for life, not knowing where they are going. But we really, we'll get a report from the South African Police Service once everything is concluded.